And, well, we've just had our first game of the semi-finals, and I'm delighted to say I've been joined by one of the top Swiss players, Nico Georgiadis. Nico,
hello, guys.
Great to have you.
Nice to be back
in the commentary. Yeah, it's great to be back. Of course, you were here last year. So, Nico, you're playing in the closed tournament, the round robin that's going to take place. That's starting on Monday.
Exactly.
Very strong. How are you? What are your feelings ahead of the tournament?
Well, only good feelings because I just see it as an opportunity for me to play such strong opponents, and to participate in such an event is the best thing that could happen to a young player like me. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing all these strong guys and try to exploit.
Take what you can.
To take what I can.
Yeah,
exactly.
Great. Well, I mean, I should say the round robin tournament starts on Monday. 10-player all play all. So the top players: David Navara, Pentala Hari Krishna. We have Ho Ifan. Also have Rafael Vaganyan. Well, it's going to be a tough call.
Yeah, it's a very strong field.
Yeah,
indeed.
but also a very interesting field. I think it's very exciting players. Alexander Morozevich is playing, which is. Well, I'm delighted to see him playing classical chess again.
Me too.
Yeah. As we've just seen, a very exciting player. Have the game started yet? I'm not sure they have. Yeah, so a quick recap of where we are. This is the second game of the semi-finals. In the first game, we had David Navara defeated Alexander Morozevich. We have confirmation of that result, that David Navara won on time, and apparently Morozevich made his move, but then forgot to press the clock, and then just reacted too slowly, but his flag, the time had run down. So David Navara defended brilliantly. He won that game. And Pentala Hari Krishna, I think had a very smooth victory against Yannick.
So do I.
I'm always very impressed by Hari Krishna's games. He has, to my eyes, a very classical style. Yeah.
It seems very easy.
Exactly. It looks.
He's playing. It seems really. Yeah. It seems really easy to play chess.
Yeah. Of course, it isn't. So, I mean, when you've been preparing for these players, you must have looked at the individuals. I mean,
of course.
Who for you is the most difficult opponent?
I
won't tell anybody.
I think I can't say that because they're just so strong, all of them. And I'm very impressed also by David Navara's play, how he's calculating so precisely. This is really impressive for me.
Yeah, David is an extraordinary calculator, which is also why I'm not sure he's so great at these kind of rapid play, because I think he doesn't have the time to carry it. We've been joined by a third guest. Well, that's fantastic. I'm going to squeeze along. Now this is superb, because we've been joined by Anatoly Karpov, who's just been playing in this knockout rapid tournament. Anatoly, it's fantastic to see you here. Thank you for joining us. What's your impression of the tournament so far?
Fighting tournament.
Very fighting tournament, yeah. I'm sorry to see that you lost in the first round against Alexander Morozevich.
Yeah, I didn't play for a long time. I think I was better, almost winning. I missed move bishop e2 when I played rook e7 and I lost on time.
Yes.
But after bishop e2, it's almost winning.
Really?
Yeah. Big advantage for black.
It looked like it because you have your active rook on the second rank.
No, he had to take on e2, my bishop, rook e5 takes e2.
Yeah.
And then he cannot take recapture on d7 because I give check and rook, double rooks on the first file.
Okay.
And then he must play rook f1, then I played knight e5, rook b3, rook c3, and then d5 and knight c4. Yeah.
I believe you.
Remember,
I believe you. Well, actually, to be honest, we didn't look at that final position very much. We had to move on to the other games, but anyway.
So I had big advantage.
Yeah.
But Might happen.
Yeah. Okay, but also, okay, time was a factor.
Yeah.
So I mean, how much are you're only playing very occasionally these days?
Yeah.
So when was the last time you played a tournament actually?
Okay, I played maybe my Karpov Cup in Kapdak.
Uh-huh.
So this is
Yep.
10 months ago.
Okay, a little bit rusty. Listen, we'd like your views on the games.
So what happens?
Okay, so Alexander Morozevich, of course, in a must-win situation now, as he lost on time against David Navarra.
Yeah.
I think you might know a little bit about this opening.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Let's see. Take. D5, bishop G5.
Okay, nothing extraordinary so far.
Yeah, but unpleasant for black.
Already?
Huh? No, I mean, if you take on B6, then this is...
Yeah, okay, so this is, this fairly well-known variation, so...
As I played a couple of blitz games against Karyakin.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So he could hardly make draw, and I think I won even one game
Okay.
with this.
All right, well, we'll leave that one for the moment. It's still a theoretical position. I'm surprised, actually, we haven't got the moves. I suspect that there are more moves, but maybe they're catching up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's move over to Yannick Pelletier against Pantala Hari Krishna. And so your compatriot Yannick.
Yeah.
Your
This reverse Grunfeld, yeah?
yeah. And B3. That's the profession.
Possible.
It's possible. Yes. maybe not the optimal move, but
Yeah.
Not the most aggressive move.
no. Okay. So it looks like a reverse Grunfeld or something like this.
Bishop C5.
No.
No. Nothing.
Pantala is playing very cautiously.
Yeah.
And we have more moves. Wait a second. Let's just... We need to go back. Well, it seems to me we've reached
So
the...
this is the position.
This is the position on the board. We've reached... In fact, one more move. Took on C4.
Yes, this is correct. And then?
Well, we're waiting for a move. Which side would you rather play, white or black? Would you rather play white or black?
So I think black is a little bit nicer now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A pawn's a pawn. So there we go.
So B
No,
takes...
black better developed. So this is the...
Black
this
is
the
better
point.
developed, yeah, but...
Black, not white, black.
Yeah.
Because at that moment you have to recapture on C6 and then rook C8, and black is better developed.
Okay, but I thought in the Grunfeld you're not supposed to take back these pawns.
Okay, queen C7 then. It's difficult to get back this pawn.
Yeah. So he just plays.
Or queen C8, I don't know. Maybe queen C8 then.
Now some knight
No, queen
E4,
C8, knight
maybe.
A4. Queen C7.
But maybe we
And
just...
so probably he
have
wants to take on B3 or what? No, better queen C7.
Queen C7. But maybe white is just going to play
Or knight E4 maybe.
knight E4.
Knight E4, then we take on B3,
Yeah.
and then knight D5. Knight D5.
Oh, yeah. Then we head over here.
There's some compensation, but
But the pawn is a pawn.
Yeah.
pawn is a pawn. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, yeah, on the other board we seem to have some kind of problem with the transmission because they're still thinking about bishop g5. So we'll continue with this. Well, okay, he took on b3 first. So obviously this is attacked. So
And queen C7.
and queen
So
c7
we have this position.
as advertised.
Yeah.
So there we go. And knight a4. There we go. My move.
Knight A4, bishop B5.
Yeah? Holds everything together. Yeah, why not? So, a little bit of compensation with these split pawns, but nothing too special. Black is very solid.
Yeah.
So I should say that you're a visitor to Biel on several occasions, and as far as I see, you won the tournament here on 3 occasions. So that's what my records tell me.
Yeah.
So a pretty good record, yeah. So you must have enjoyed. You came. I think you've played 4 times in total. So you must have enjoyed coming to the Biel tournament.
Yes, I like the tournament. Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, I like the place. Actually, nice tradition.
Yeah.
And one of the longest tradition in chess world.
Yeah, 50 years this year.
Yes. Only what Hastings and Vaikanze
Yeah.
longer.
Yeah. So, but it's a nice place, isn't it? It's nice to relax. There's the lake and the hills. Yeah, it's good. I tried to push you yesterday on, if you had a favorite game from the tournaments, but maybe how's the memory bank these days?
No, I don't remember what. But of course, I played a couple of good games. It's quite clear.
Yeah.
Winning 3 tournaments, at
Well,
least 1 game a tournament.
At least, well, I looked up some of your games last night, actually. And okay, there's this wonderful game against Joël Lothier, where you had, well, in fact, this pawn structure.
Yeah. Yes.
A bishop endgame, and he ended the game with his bishop on a8 and your beautiful bishop on the long diagonal.
Yes.
Okay, this
And
is
pin with
this
the
beautiful pin. Yeah. Okay, this is a
I
masterpiece.
know that game too.
Yeah. I often demonstrate this game. It's an absolute masterpiece. And you had the king walk. Your king went from here and up the board and found its way to g5, and then you played g4, and yeah, perfect. Yeah. When you play a game like this, I mean, can you try and express the sense of satisfaction you get from that? How do you feel after winning a game like this, or is it just another game?
No, during the tournament, you just think about next game.
Sure.
Yes.
But afterwards, I mean, when this game is so celebrated, it must give you enormous feeling of satisfaction.
Yes, I can say yes.
Yeah. I mean, are there any other, I mean, just thinking generally, are there any other games in your career that you would mark out as ones you remember particularly? Maybe for the result, or just the occasion, or particularly beautiful, or
No,
something that comes to mind?
if we recall bishop endings, I had many. And different color bishop endings.
Oh, opposite color bishop endings.
Opposite color,
Yes.
So against Koraitz, against Ljubojevic.
Ljubojevic. He was very fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
The most famous.
Yeah, that's true.
One of the most famous.
And then I think even when I was junior, I played opposite color bishops ending, I think against Mikhail Steinberg. He was strong international master at that time.
Okay, I'll look up that game. I don't
We
know.
were both European junior champions
Okay.
at that time.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, I'll look it up.
Yeah.
I'll look it up. Okay, I can see that in the other game, Alexander Morozevich against David Navarre, we've caught up. Let me just recap, because we left the position here. So yeah, he played this very
Rook d1, yes.
popular.
Queen a4, yes.
So this is very theoretical.
Yes. Take. Knight f3, good. Yeah. Take.
And one more move, b4.
b4 now, yes.
Could this still be known?
Hmm?
Could this still be known, maybe, yeah, this kind of position?
Most probably, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, clock situation. Morozevich has used, well, he has just over 5.5 minutes remaining, and 5.5 minutes for Navarre. So, okay, very even on the clock. Well, it looks nice for white, I would say. Nico, what do you think?
Yeah, it looks just like a very slight but very stable advantage for white, yeah? Okay, black's probably going to play knight c4.
Maybe knight b7.
Knight b7.
But knight b7, then rook b1.
Aha. Okay, so if knight b7, he's played knight b7. Well done.
Yeah.
There we go.
So rook b1 then.
Okay, so obviously black wants to play here, so you think rook b1. Okay, can we switch the knight into the middle?
But then rook c1.
Rook c1, and then we've closed down c5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice for white. Very nice. Yeah.
Yes. No, but still, king f8, king e7, king d7. So you can fight.
Of course.
Yeah.
But white has clear advantage.
Yeah. How would you describe the play of Alexander Morozevich? He's a very unusual player. What's your impression of him?
Morozevich,
Yeah.
he has great ideas in chess and he plays very interesting.
Yeah. Very imaginative.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, and he's played your move rook b1. Okay, there we go.
But then probably rook d7 is one of the moves.
To threaten this.
To try to play c6.
Yeah. Or c5. You don't think you'll go for c5 and maybe white will push with takes and play b5 or something? He's done something. He's played a5.
a5, I don't like this move.
Okay, tell me why you don't like a5.
Because then we play. So I can play first of all b5.
Okay, you want to play b5. Yeah, so this cramps this guy.
Then you'll have to play c6.
Yep.
I take, rook c1.
Okay, so
Rook
here.
Rook c8, and then rook takes, and king d3.
Controlling here.
Then knight d6, and then
Knight d2, maybe.
not necessary. I can play even e4.
Just to come. Okay, looks.
Looks unpleasant.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe f5 here, but still unpleasant position. Maybe knight d2, and then you.
Instead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then
Maybe b5 now.
b5, and then.
Be careful.
No. I missed another good opportunity. d5. This is almost winning.
d5.
Almost winning.
Okay, beautiful.
And knight d4.
Knight d4, and then we take here. So, for example, here and.
Yeah, very bad.
Okay, that's wonderful. Yeah. There we go. That's class. There's not one pawn in the black position that I like. Every single one. Okay, let's see what we got on the board. It went. That's where we are at the moment. King d3.
That's the game.
That's the game.
Oh my god.
That's the game. So,
Wow.
well predicted. You haven't lost your touch. Yeah. There we go. So white in control there. And, well, Morozevich is in a must-win situation, of course. He has to win this to get to 1-1, and then they'll have one blitz game, Armageddon game, tiebreak.
Yeah.
Okay, let's switch
So
to...
king f8 is only move now, otherwise he's
Okay.
losing. Or h5, no, h5 then rook b5 even possible. Yeah, king f8 only move. But
Okay.
then even g4
Yeah, g4 is, of course, very
G4,
nice
yes,
to control
pawn.
the pawns. Yeah,
to control, yes, all the pawns.
yeah. And then
Yeah, not nice.
we could entertain this possibility.
Yeah, so this. Okay, next, another game. What we have?
Okay, let's go. So, Yannick Pelletier against Pantala Harikrishna. Of course, Yannick needs to win this game, so his opening was kind of rather
how?
strange. Yeah, how? This is the question. But his opening looked too mild. So let's go back. We left the game around about here.
Yeah. Now even this. What happens? He couldn't take. And
Yeah,
then?
So, okay,
Yeah.
let's just see what would happen if he takes.
Rook c8 probably.
Simply rook c8.
Yeah.
Takes a4.
Well, no, takes
Oh,
on a4.
takes on a4.
was winning a piece.
We're winning
Yeah,
a piece
yeah.
straight away. Okay, fine.
Okay, bishop c3 and then knight d5 and
So here we go. He took.
rook. And no, just a moment. Why he took like this? Why not e takes d5?
Yeah, this looks also very good. He takes the 5.
But he needs draw. That's why he took with rook.
Yes.
But otherwise, this would be
Yeah, it doesn't. Maybe he.
knight b2. Yes, but
I guess
even
he wants.
queen c6
Okay.
or d4. No, queen c6, threatening d4.
Ah, just to play here. Yeah.
Then you take, then rook a8. Very nice position for
Yeah.
black.
Yes.
Bishop a6, bishop b7, and almost resign.
Yeah, this one coming.
Yeah.
So simple. There we go. Very nice. Okay, but
Okay,
instead.
but he took with rook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And rook a8.
Well, he just needs a draw.
Yes.
So we have a few more moves. We have lots more moves actually. So the game went like this. Okay, nothing
Yeah.
special. So clock times, 2.5 minutes for Yannick and 3.5 minutes for Hari Krishna. He's just taken on A5. Whoops, let me just get back.
And so now what happens? Take, and then f6.
Yeah, but can we throw this check in? Does this help?
Or check.
I don't know.
Ah,
Maybe it doesn't matter.
no,
Check
check
and
is
f6.
much better. It's check and then queen b7 check.
But after check, maybe I think we need to come here or something.
To h2.
Yeah.
Okay, then take.
Can we
on
take
a5,
this?
Then f6.
Yeah, f6 first, maybe.
Okay.
No, check.
Okay, this is what happened. He did check and king h2, and he
And-
did take on
queen
b3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's-
then it's very bad.
Looks pretty bad.
Yeah.
This is loose. This is loose.
So probably queen a2. What is better to keep? It's better to keep rooks. So then queen a4 or queen a2 should be the move. Maybe
Queen-
queen. Yes, queen a4. Queen a4.
Queen a4.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the right move. The right move. But it's clear.
Yeah.
It's clear. It's not good. It's not good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just cut back to Morozevich against Navarra. We left the position around here.
A4. Yeah. He played a4. No. First of all, just a moment. What happened before? What was the move?
Knight d2.
King f8, and he
Knight
played not
D2.
g4. Yeah.
No, knight d2.
Yeah, he should play g4 first. Okay, knight d2, then
Knight d6.
knight d6.
Now there's no d5
Now,
anymore.
yes, now
Yeah.
no d5. Yeah.
Okay, this helps a little bit. F5 straightens out the pawns. So, well, obviously, white is better, but the question is how much.
Yeah. g4.
Nice space.
Yes.
How's the clock situation, time situation?
Yep, good call. The clock situation is 2.5 minutes for Morozevich, 2 minutes for Navarra. And we've got one more move. H5, and I think the king has gone back. No, sorry, black to play in this position. So it went knight f3, king g7, h5.
h5. Yeah. Very unpleasant.
Yeah, the king looks very bad, doesn't it? If there's a breakthrough, then the king could suffer. I think you would enjoy playing this position.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, the plan is rook b3 and e5. You can stop it. Rook b3 and e5.
Okay, so so you just want to dislodge the rook, and this simply hangs. Okay, why do you need to play rook b3 first?
Rook b3, that
Why not e5 straight away?
e5, knight c4.
This happened.
This happened.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So you think knight c4? But can we not? Oh no, we can't play rook c1.
No, rook b2.
Then here.
We need to play rook b2.
Yeah. So let's just see that. So if knight here, then rook c1. Oh no, you can play it. It's check.
No,
Knight
no,
b2,
no.
It's
knight
check.
b3,
No, no,
knight
knight
Oh, knight b2. I beg your pardon.
Another check.
Knight b2 check.
No, so rook should be on b2 and then e5.
Okay.
e5 is not good immediately.
So what can we play instead? Rook f1 maybe.
Rook f1, possible.
But then we have to. The check is annoying. But then
Yes, yes.
king e4.
And then we take on, in any case, we take on f6.
Yeah. Not so
Huh?
easy.
Yeah, maybe I can play rook c2, king e4,
Let's have a look at that. So rook f1,
Yeah.
check.
King e4.
Yeah.
or maybe rook c2.
Rook c2. So we take here.
Then rook e2
Yeah,
check.
to give check.
It's not so bad for
No.
black.
Playable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but he's still. Oops. No, that's not the position. He's still thinking here. After e5. But knight c4 could be playable. But maybe after knight c4, perhaps we should simply take on f6.
Oh, king takes.
Yeah, now rook f1.
Then we rook. Okay, king g7 or king e7. No, this is already missing.
Not good enough.
No,
Yeah.
no, e5 was wrong. Rook b2 was good.
Rook b2 in this position.
Yeah,
Okay, just to cover.
this was correct. And then e5. And winning.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the point is that when the rook comes here, it's protected by the king. There are no
So
tricks.
because knight c4 and then rook c2.
Yeah.
Rook is protected and no checks.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So here,
Rook c2,
rook,
winning immediately.
rook c2. Yeah. So the knight would have to go somewhere else, but okay.
But then-
knight
No,
f7.
but then
Knight
you can do whatever you want.
here.
You can play rook b5,
Rook b5.
rook b5, no.
Okay. It's complete control.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, bad position.
Your kind of position. Yeah. Fantastic. Okay.
Okay, but
We
then-
have some moves. It's gone. Wow. We've got lots of moves. Wait a second. We need to catch up.
All of a sudden.
And so?
It went like this. This is what happened.
Yeah.
My, this is following exactly our line. Exactly.
Ah, but that's very, very bad.
It's very bad for black, yes.
And rook e4.
Rook e4, then check on g6. It's winning for white.
Yes.
And we take here. Yeah.
King h7 only move.
Yeah.
Maybe even
Then
e6.
rook b6.
Or rook b6. Takes on e4. Check.
And then check on b7.
Okay.
Rook a7.
Winning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No
So
problem.
we have that position. Let me see. That's what we've got on the board. No. We have.
Yeah, that's.
We have exactly this position on the board. Yeah. There we go. Quick update.
Rook a3 maybe.
Yeah, just quick update that Hari Krishna did defeat Yannick Peltier. I don't think we need to cut to that one. I think we could see the writing was on the wall. So let me just give an update on the clock times. 25 seconds for Navarra, 25 seconds for Morozevich, 42 seconds for Navarra.
That position is lost.
Yeah, but when you only have seconds, then let's see.
What happened? Ah, he played.
He didn't play rook a3.
So it went check.
And
he didn't play rook a7.
uh-huh. Yes, now.
Okay, more moves. We've leapt ahead again. Let me just come back here. Okay, he wants to put his
King f5.
king f5. He wants to put his king here.
King f5 is winning. No chance.
Yes.
And this is what happened. A2.
King g6.
King
King
g6.
g6. King behind pawns. Or in front of
I'm afraid the rook is not looking good.
Yeah,
on
king
A1.
f8 only move, king g6, right?
Okay, but he's going to play this, isn't he?
Huh?
He's got to play rook g1.
Rook g1, rook a2, rook g4, and then
Okay, he still needs to win.
what happened?
This is what happened.
That's the position.
And then rook a6, rook g6.
Rook
Check, rook
a6.
g6, rook g5, and winning easily.
Okay, winning easily. Let's see what's Morozevich's endgame technique like. We're about to find out. I didn't think of him as being an endgame specialist. Okay, for a start, he's put his rook here, so he just wants to push.
Possible, but rook a6 was better.
Yeah, just to put the rook here.
It's just to bring king to g7.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is what's happened. So the pawn is blockaded. Yeah, but this is not so simple now.
Yeah?
Not
Yeah.
so simple because the king is too close here.
Yes, yes. Yes.
Okay, is he going to do this? But
Can he progress here?
No, not easy.
no.
It's a
No,
draw,
this is draw.
It's a draw.
No, this is draw.
Yeah, the king is too close. Oh, and Morozevich needs to win this.
Just a moment, then rook f2, rook f8, rook g8.
But the king on e7, I think it's close enough.
Okay, he's played rook f2
King takes e6.
No, it's maybe not enough.
here.
Rook
King
f8.
f8.
Okay, he
rook
wants to
f8.
do this.
And then, then he needs to play rook h1.
Rook h1. Okay, he's gone rook a1. This is exactly what's happened. He's gone rook a1.
Rook a1 is also okay.
Oh,
And then how to win?
because the king can't come out because we just
Then check.
check. Yeah. Wow, this is shocking. And that's the position on the board. So this is a stone cold draw. So that's a shock. Morozevich is about to go out.
Yeah,
Incredible.
yeah. Incredible, he didn't win such easy game.
Looks, I mean, such a blessed position, but I mean, maybe we can, we've still got a few more moves. Okay, there's nothing to do here.
Yeah.
Nothing to do. The king is trapped.
Yes.
Okay, but if we go back, this was the critical moment where
No, rook e2 was wrong.
rook e2 is incorrect.
Rook a6 was winning.
Rook a6.
Or rook f2 check,
Yeah.
and then rook f5, rook g5.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
And
we
king
can always
g7.
check here and rook g6 and king g7. Yeah. Yeah.
Easy.
Well, they're still playing away. So I don't know what's happened there. They get 5 seconds added per move. So it says that white won on time, but I somehow
This is not possible.
I don't believe this. I suspect this position is a draw, but hopefully we'll get confirmation of the result. If Morozevich did win on time, that's quite extraordinary, because I think this is probably the easiest position that Navarro has had for the entire game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He just needs to shuffle with his rook.
Draw. Now it's saying a draw.
Now it's saying a draw, yeah. Okay.
No draw, yeah.
So there we go. So that means, quick recap, that Hare Krishna goes through, and also Navarro will go through. So Hare Krishna plays Navarro in the final. Who would you pick out of those two, Hare Krishna or Navarro, to win?
That's a very difficult question.
Okay.
Hare Krishna has convinced more in the rapid games until now, so I will say Hare Krishna.
Okay, Anatoly, who do you think is going to win?
Both?
We're all winners. I should say they're
Navarro
playing.
is playing quite good.
Sorry?
Navarro is playing quite good.
Yeah, prize money here is they're playing for 2,000 Swiss francs first and 1,500 Swiss francs second, which is for an afternoon. It's not bad pay, I guess. Listen, Anatoly, thank you very much for joining us. Fantastic insights, and it's superb that you came to Biel, and yeah, great pleasure. So thank you so much for joining us. That's brilliant.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks everyone. Okay, join us for the final, which will be coming up, well, in a few minutes' time. I'm not exactly sure of the start time, but we will announce that. Nico, if you could stick around, it would be great if you wanted to join us for the final, but if you have other duties, I quite understand. But anyway, thanks very much.
I'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so see you all soon. The final between Pantala Hare Krishna and David Navarro coming up pretty soon. Here we go again. We're at the final of the ACCENTUS Rapid Tournament here in Biel. And the final is between David Navara from the Czech Republic and Pentala Harikrishna from India. And I've been joined again by Nico Georgiadis. Hopefully we won't be rudely interrupted like we were last time by Anatoly. Gee, he came in here and stole the show. It was fascinating, wasn't it?
That was very impressive. I mean, yeah, how he predicted all the lines, that was just from another planet.
I think in those technical positions, he's the greatest.
Probably, yeah. The greatest of all time, could be.
It makes, I mean, we were talking earlier about his technique, and for me, those World Championship matches in the 80s against Kasparov were such a pinnacle, because Kasparov was kind of bludgeoning away, but Karpov, just his defense was incredible in those matches, and Kasparov just found it very difficult to put him away. Amazing That's player, true. And fantastic to see him here in Biel. So, just a quick introduction for you, Nico, again, for those that missed the first time. So, Nico is one of the strongest players in Switzerland, and he'll be playing in the round-robin tournament that will start on Monday. So, we've got some moves already. Nico, who's your favourite for the final?
As I already said previously, I think that Harikrishna has convinced me a bit more in this tournament. So, my favourite is Pentala.
Yeah, but very open indeed. We know that...
it's very close.
But it's a good clash of styles, because Pentala is a very smooth classical player, I consider him to be. And David is very adventurous, can be very tactical, calculates brilliantly. We've got loads of moves on the board, and it's a Spanish. So I should say that this final is over 2 games, but if it's drawn, I don't think they play an Armageddon. They'll play, I think,
2 Blitz games.
2 Blitz games, yeah. So it's a mainline Spanish. Everything normal so far, and even D4. Okay, you can take here, but with knight or pawn.
It's a bit risky.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
But now we have the so-called Yates variation
yes.
of the Spanish. I smiled because when I mentioned this, I was doing some commentary with Jan Gustafsson, and I mentioned this is the Yates variation. He went, kind of, who? Or I think he was exaggerating a little bit, but I had to explain about the great English player, Frederick Dewhurst Yates, who was, one of England's best players in the 1920s. Not that that says very much. Do you know Yates?
Yeah, I know. I saw some of his games, but I wouldn't remember any of it. But I know he was an English player.
Well, he defeated Alikin in an absolutely beautiful game. I think it was in 1923-24. Anyway, It was a beautiful game. And this is Yates variation. Yeah.
I've been playing it with white, so that I know the name of the variation.
Okay. Well, I play it with white as well, but Bishop E3 is the kind of it's the way Yates used to do it actually. Do you play with Bishop E3 or D5?
Yeah, Bishop E3.
Yeah, I'd like to play with D5 actually, although I think Bishop E3 probably theoretically a bit better.
Yeah, well, both are equal, so there's no better move actually.
Okay, in a higher sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been played more often recently, I think.
Yeah.
Bishop D7. I didn't know this move.
Okay, so very interesting that
probably the natural reaction would be H3 is not possible, so
that's the point. After H3 we can now take this pawn. We should explain this is one of the points of Bishop E3. Of course the knight shouldn't take because
that's a really interesting Bishop D7. I've never seen it.
So after Bishop D7 now there is a threat to take on E4. Yeah, it's funny, I don't recall Bishop D7. Well, it clearly isn't a surprise to Navarro because he played knight d2 very quickly. Yeah, but now knight g4 is possible.
Knight f4. Okay.
2 bishops, what's not to like?
they're playing very fast, so I guess they're still in book.
Book? Does anyone use books anymore?
Well, I don't think so, but that's how you call it, yeah.
In their preparation.
Yeah.
Yeah, bishop d7 is a little bit unusual. Okay, so who do you prefer here?
Well, hard to say. Okay, black has the bishop here, but white has some very strong knight on d5. I guess it's roughly equal, but maybe I prefer white a little bit, just because it has the more active position. But
I think
you have to find a plan with white.
Okay, it's a beautiful knight, but the problem is if the bishop is allowed to run away, then suddenly black looks very stable.
You can play king h8 and f5, and yeah, you have to find a plan with white.
Well, his plan was to take off the bishop.
Okay, yeah.
But
should be roughly equal, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so white has the two.
You cannot move the queen also because there's bishop takes h3 sometimes.
It feels as though black should be okay here. So the rooks are connected on the queen side with the king side rather. The queen looks very nice. Maybe I wonder if he needs to take here immediately, because in this case it's not possible to recapture with the pawn. So, for example, after this, at least can he pretend he has a little something here? Maybe by trading and I don't know. Maybe queen d4, queen d2, maybe queen d2.
Queen d2 looks
just to cover this one. Maybe that's the way.
Yeah, maybe that's the way to play, but still, I think here black should be perfectly fine.
Well, we're waiting for a move here anyway.
So he's still thinking.
I should mention that the winner of this match will receive 2,000 Swiss francs, and the loser only 1,500 Swiss francs. But it's not bad. Not bad rate of pay. I don't know. That seems to me that he should be doing this, but let's see. He's gone in a completely different direction. He played a4. So, of course, if white can exchange here and use the a file, that's good news. So he pushed. Okay. Who benefits from that?
Well, hard to say. Okay, black gets the b file, but the a6 pawn might become weak in the future. But maybe there's some bishop takes h3, rook takes b3 idea.
Oh,
could it be true?
So takes here.
Looks like some kind of compensation, but okay. There's rook e3, which is annoying.
That's probably a bit of a yeah. Well, we could pretend, but okay, he doesn't.
But, he shouldn't. Yeah, shouldn't do it.
Just played rook d8.
Okay, white has to be careful here too. Bishop c4 looks like a very natural move.
Just to look at the a6 pawn.
Probably bishop c8.
Yeah, I kind of like bishop c4. You know, let's let him know who's boss here. Who's boss?
Yeah.
Okay, it's gone exactly this. Bishop c4, and now black has exchanged here. Okay, so presumably he wants to play rook b4 or knight b4, probably, to cover this. I'm looking at f7.
It seems to me that white is a bit better now.
Instead he played rook b4.
Rook b4 is more critical.
I think that's better.
Yeah.
So after this, I guess he wants to take here. How dangerous is the a-pawn?
Hard to say. Really hard to say. Who's better here?
Okay. But first of all, of course, white isn't obliged to capture on a6, so we could play...
Queen d3.
Got to watch out for these moves again.
Again, but there's always rook e3. Yes.
Well, he played queen d3.
Yeah.
Still feels a bit better for white to me.
Yeah, I don't understand the move rook d8, actually. Because what is the rook doing there now? If you're planning to take on d4, seems a bit illogical to me, but...
I suppose it's directed against this move e5, so it's prophylactic.
Yeah, okay, but the rook on e8 would probably stop e5 too.
Yeah, but there's stuff going on with the bishop. I think that's probably the point. But in any case, I agree. It
doesn't really work.
Doesn't inspire, does it?
Okay, interesting what's black going to do now.
Clock times. David Navarro has around about 8 minutes remaining. Hare Krishna 6.5 minutes. So a little bit of a time edge as well for Navarra. Just a reminder, they play 10 minutes on the clock with 5 seconds added per move. Well, you're sitting here, you're not playing in the rapid play. You could have played in the rapid play open tournament.
Could have played, but I wanted to rest as I arrived here yesterday, and I have had quite a long travel, and I just wanted to rest today to be ready tomorrow.
A long journey? Where from?
Well, from Menorca, but I had to get up very early, and
from Menorca.
Yeah, and I had to take the train from Geneva, and I just missed the first train, so I had to wait another hour. So in fact,
so was that your secret training camp in Menorca?
Well, I wouldn't call it a secret training camp.
Or were you just clubbing?
No, I was training a bit, but I was also just relaxing and enjoying.
Okay. All right, good.
Summertime.
Very good. Well, it seems to me this is a slight problem. Okay, we need to think of a good move. I don't know if I were. I mean, presumably bishop a6, knight d4 is still on. I mean, king g7 is kind of sensible. I know it's a bit of a.
But maybe there's e5 now, yeah, or.
What after king g7?
Maybe, but maybe you just take and queen to. Where? e7. Because if queen f5, you can maybe just take on a6.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels a bit funny, but queen c3.
Queen c3
nasty, very nasty. Ah, wait a second. After this, queen f4. Then rook e4. I wanted to hit the bishop, but rook e4. Okay, now it's getting very tactical.
So rook takes f7. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
But even there. Okay. No, this looks good for white.
It looks good for white, yeah. Okay, so this is problematic. So Hare Krishna, no wonder he invested some time.
Rook b8, he played.
It's gone. Rook b4, queen d3, bishop c8.
This looks like a concession. Yeah. He did.
Doesn't look great.
Can he just take on f7?
And
take the pawn?
Take the pawn.
Other bishop takes h3 maybe.
Yeah, but he just took the other way. He's taken here. Same thing.
Yeah, why just
pawn for nothing?
Yeah, it's just
wow. This looks really convincing.
Yeah.
So David looks to be cruising here. Problem for black is it's very hard to actually get counterplay.
True. So I guess this a4, a5 idea was very efficient.
Yeah, but if we
go...
go...
a very good idea, I think, to create this weakness on a6.
But maybe this was an overreaction here.
b4, you think?
Maybe this was too much. I just wonder whether he didn't need to play this move.
Yeah, he could play something like rook e8.
Yeah. Okay, white has all the usual Spanish advantages. Let's just cut back to the game. That's where we're at. Took on a6, and queen takes. So white is a clear pawn ahead. Okay, am I going to play devil's advocate and take this pawn. Can I do this, or is
Rook c8, queen a7.
am I surviving?
Even e5 was an option
E5 also an option.
instead of queen a7, but also that.
Or is this a draw?
But you can escape queen b7 and queen
Whoops,
d5.
not this. Excuse me.
Yeah, he has taken on queen on c7.
And yeah, queen d5.
Yeah, he just escapes.
He's taken. That's where we're at. Queen's. Yeah, why not? Okay, clock times. Crucial. Crucial. Oh, just under 7 minutes remaining for Navarra. 3.5 minutes for Hari Krishna. It's going from bad to worse. He's going to struggle on, but doesn't look good for Hari. That's where we're at. Rook c8 just played, hitting the queen. And, well, as you said, well, we looked at queen a7, but e5 is possible. Let's just have a look at that. e5. So if rook takes, then still 2 pawns up, and actually that is a real thorn in the side. So takes what you can.
Queen takes.
Queen takes. If you want to be really boring.
Yeah. Just 2 pawns up for free.
Yeah. That's why he's having a little think in this position. Yeah.
Yeah, but also queen a7 looks good.
Both look good, yeah.
But maybe e5 is easier, just to force it. Yeah,
I mean, this is practically a blitz game, isn't it? It's not. It's funny. I wouldn't really sort of class this as a rapid tournament. They call it a rapid tournament, but 10 minutes on the clock is very fast.
Yeah, I think officially it's a rapid time control.
Okay.
Yes, 10 minutes. But yeah, it's kind of a mix. It's in between blitz and it's between blitz and rapid.
Vlastimil, I'm afraid, was not very happy with the time control.
Yeah.
He was saying, "Oh, I'm very old man. We need more time to think. It is terrible. We got some moves. Here we go.
Yeah, e5. That's what he did.
He played queen a7 actually,
And then
and queen b6.
And
Now
now
he
e5.
plays. So this is a refinement. That means when it's taken, then the rook will be en prise as well. And this is what happened. Rook a6.
very precise play.
Yeah. Okay, what's your Karpovian move? We had a wonderful lesson from Anatoly earlier. So how would you drive the nail into the coffin here?
Maybe g4.
G4? How un-Karpovian.
Well, just to play g5 and because maybe black, if it was black to move there is d5 attacking the f6 pawn. He
Well,
played d5.
he
Yeah,
played
it's the same
d5.
idea.
And now surely knight d4. Knight d4 must be the move. Yeah, he's played knight
Yeah.
d4 because point
Yeah,
being that
it's
if
just-
rook takes, then there's a mate on the back rank. And otherwise the bishop looks like it's swimming around with no good place to go. So bishop d7 then.
Rook e7.
Boom!
Yeah, I think he will resign soon.
Well, we've got more moves. He played after knight d4. This move, h5. Well, it ain't over till it's over.
Yeah, maybe he can just take and rook e8 and rook f8.
You want to do this? Doesn't feel quite as clean as it should be.
Yeah, maybe king h5. What to do? Maybe rook b1.
Rook b1, yeah. I think it would be nice to somehow exploit
Rook
the...
b1. You cannot take because of knight b3. Maybe the other one.
Ah, the other one. Ah, sweet. Okay, so that's your...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Very aesthetically pleasing.
But
Very-
hold on, there. No, there's no move. No, there's.
So, yeah, in this case, if the bishop goes back, then we can hit the bishop.
Exactly. And to give mate even with rook. Maybe rook e8, rook b8.
That would be sweet.
No, but you just take the bishop. Or bishop a4. Or bishop c4.
Rook b1.
That's
has-
the game.
There we go.
The first move I
Your
predicted.
your lesson from Karpov.
The first move I could
Paid
predict.
off. Okay, so he could go to the back rank, but
There's
will
g5.
g5. No, he's done it. He's done it. He's gone to the back rank, so it's gone check.
But there's rook g8. Rook g8, rook g7.
Yeah, this is game over. So threat here and this one threatening here and the next rook over, which looks like game over to us.
It is game over, I think.
He's played
king
king
H.
h. He's running out the other way. Surely h4 if we snap the
Or
trap.
f4 and f5.
Also looks good. We can snap the trap
I
shut.
think that's a mate.
It's gone h4, g5, rook g8. Okay, it's the same thing. So
Yeah.
if takes, then he
Rook
wants to play
g7.
rook g7 and rook
Or knight
h8.
f5 with mate.
Knight f5. I think this is a time to resign, I would say. Rook d5,
d5, rook g7.
rook g7. Finito.
Was a nice game by David.
Yeah, very smooth actually. That's the position on the board, and we're expecting resignation. So we'll get confirmation that, yeah, we can see game over, and David Navarro takes a lead in this two-game match, so Pantala Harikrishna will have to win game 2. Okay, we'll be back in a few minutes for game 2. Nico, thank you for joining me, and hopefully, yeah, you'll stick through the second game in the final as well. So join us in a few moments for the second game of the final. Welcome back to the final of the ACCENTUS Rapid Tournament here in Biel. So this is game 2, and we have David Navarra playing against Pantala Harikrishna. In the first game, David Navarra won convincingly, so that means that Pantala Harikrishna has to win this second game to level the scores. And then, well, they've just changed the rules, and they will go into one Armageddon Blitz game if it's 1-1. But Harikrishna does need to win this game to stay in the match, so a must-win pressure situation. Don't know if we have any moves. I can't see any moves on my screen yet. Now you can see the players, they're still waiting. David Navarra, of course, on the right with the black pieces. Pantala Harikrishna on the left. These two players, of course, are participating in the Grandmaster tournament that starts tomorrow. 10-player, 9-round, all-play-all tournament. And they're actually the top 2 seeds. I think on the latest rating list, well, they're both rated 27-37. And we can see the pairings for tomorrow already. We have Etienne Bacot from France with white against Ruslan Ponomaryov, former FIDE world champion. Rafael Vaganyan, who won the 1985 Biel interzonal tournament. Incredibly strong player from Armenia. Doesn't play so much anymore, but he's a classy player. And he has white against Pantala Harikrishna. Then we have one of the young Swiss hopes, Nico Georgiadis, playing David Navarra. Alexander Morozevich from Russia with white against Ho Yifan. It's top women's player in the world. And then Noel Studer against Peter Lecko. Noel Studer, again, one of the young Swiss hopes, playing against a very experienced, very classical chess player, Peter Lecko. So that's what we have in store over the next couple of weeks, though. They're starting that tournament on Monday, and there's one rest day, which is, I think, on the Sunday. Not quite sure. They play 5 rounds and then 4. So hang on, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh no, Saturday probably. Yeah, I just worked it out myself. So that'll be taking place over the next 10 days. So we're into the final and game 2, and we've got some moves on the board. Harikrishna in a must-win situation, and he's played e4. I think of him as being quite a classical player. He's just been playing in the FIDE Grand Prix tournament in Geneva, where he scored pretty solid 5 out of 9. He scored 4.5 out of 9 in the FIDE Grand Prix tournament in Moscow. And we have a Najdorf on the board. H3, this currently very popular system. And Navarra goes for e6. He can play e5, but okay, he's gone for that. Now g4. So I'm sure that, please do join me. I'm about to be joined by a guest who's just making his way onto the stage. But I'm pretty sure that Harikrishna will be pleased with this particular opening. So I'd like to introduce a guest, Vlastimil Hort, who's been playing today in this rapid tournament. Please, Vlastimil, take a seat. Thank you for joining me. It's
thank you.
Nice to see you here on stage.
Yes, thank you.
So, for those that aren't familiar with Vlastimil, he's, well, I think of you as being one of the greats from the 1960s, 1970s, 1980s.
I was somewhere at the top.
Yeah, you were certainly at the top.
Yes, I was at the top.
Yeah.
I was for 2 years in the top 10.
Yeah.
But of course there is, you know, Mr. King, there is inflation of elo points.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't like to compare at all these periods. How can you make it mathematically, you know? Fischer beats Larsen 6-0, Fischer beats Petrosyan very high, Fischer with Steinmann, you know. Do you think that, for example, Carlsen would do it? You know, really,
I'm not sure.
Just,
Anyway, it's great to have you here.
Yes, thank you.
And
so let's see the games.
Yeah. So you're going to join us just for a little bit because I know you want to watch the game live. But so this very, very trendy line of the Najdorf with H3, I still don't understand why this works. For me, it doesn't look logical. But anyway, wasting a move like this with H3, but the big guys like to play it these days.
Yes, they do it, yes. I was very unhappy when somebody played a Najdorf against me.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise I like to play open Sicilian.
Yeah.
Once I was in Keres' home and I had discussion with him and he told me, yes, I was in Tallinn with his home, we have been drinking bottle of whiskey, and he said to me, well, I think that who can play very well open Sicilian, Najdorf variation with white, he is gifted, he has a talent.
Yeah.
So I was very sad because I never could do it. But I like to watch it. Yeah. Now I has F4, so you see. 97, there is a check maybe now on H4, I don't know.
Yeah,
check.
but, well, okay, yes, maybe. But anyway, he stepped away from the check.
Yes.
And on knight F3. Oh, okay, if he's looking towards the king side, I suppose.
Well, I want to place, maybe sometimes, you know, with G5 you give naturally E5 point.
Or maybe throw H4 in or something.
He will bring this queen, of course, to probably, I don't know where, maybe on G3, I don't know where would you put white queen.
Looks natural. But you, I've seen a lot of your games where you've played with the bishop on G2 in these kind of Sicilian positions.
You know, we have also quite good commentator, of course, in German, Klaus Bishop.
Yeah.
And you know how he is calling this bishop G7? He calls him, when you put this bishop on G7, das ist Hausmeister.
Hausmeister.
You know what does it mean?
Yeah, natürlich.
So this bishop is Hausmeister. I don't know.
Well, in English we would say, well, like a janitor. Well, it's not exactly the same. It's not the same. Yeah. The guy that looks after the house, Hausmeister.
Hausmeister.
It's not janitor's not quite the right translation, but Hausmeister. So it's nice to have a bishop on G2 if you're advancing this pawn on G2, of course. Yeah.
Of course, Kasparov's system, he plays always somehow rook E8 and bishop F8, but I don't know whether it's good in this position. For me, maybe how can black can come on with one knight on C4, you know. It's rather difficult, yes. And
well, we've got some more moves, so I need to catch up. So
please do it.
So here we go, knight F3. So the knight came to G3. So
I see.
Okay, so Hare Krishna, he's in a must-win situation.
Yes, of course.
He's sending the troops in the direction of the king. Yeah. Okay, this is reasonable.
And he still is aiming for C4, yes.
Okay, quite solid with the pawn on C3.
Look at it, E5.
E5, okay, it's a big decision.
Yes, of course. It's decision for a life. But maybe, maybe David Navarro knows what he's doing.
Well, he's broken with Rook D1. Okay, we got some more moves.
Moment.
So
Rook D1, what happened then?
He took on F3. Okay, what's your feeling about the position?
If you give me a really question where I have to decide, probably I would decide to play it with white. I like this control of square E4
Me too.
We are positional, we are old school of somehow.
Yeah, but then again, if black is controlling these squares,
Yeah, he has this nice
then-
blockade. Yeah.
but I think but maybe black needs to trade off the knights in order to bring the bishop to these squares. This is maybe the problem.
Yeah.
It's not so simple. Well, Pentala's played knight e4, well, so that gives me the idea to play one of these moves. I'm not sure.
Now black is thinking. Excuse me, this question. Black is thinking now.
Yeah, black is so it's black to move now.
What is against knight f6? You don't like the move? Knight
Yeah,
f6?
I want to play the knight to one of these squares. I don't know which is better. Maybe. Okay, knight f6. Why not? Yeah, as I said, I want
Maybe
to trade the
knight
knights.
c5 is better.
I don't know. I guess it depends whether he's worried about f6, but... Oh, we have more moves. Okay, it went knight f6, h4. And they've exchanged in the middle. Okay, so he wants to... Well, he can't push yet.
Maybe he can. You know, just sacrifice
bring the
and
queen.
Queen h5.
Queen h5, yeah. True.
And, well, somehow can be...
Okay, so that's the position on the board. White to play. As you say, g5. Takes.
Bishop takes, yes, he has some
Queen
kind of
h5.
bishop e3, of course, maybe a very sharp line,
Yeah.
or even f6, you know, and then, but then it's bishop d5 check. I think that Mr. Hari Krishna is thinking of g5.
He played king g2. But I think of Hari Krishna as being quite a classical player,
Yeah.
actually. I like his style.
Yeah,
I have to
me
say.
as well.
Yeah.
Me as well. And you know, he doesn't want to allow bishop on g5. He's opening h line or eventual rook h1 later.
Yeah.
You know, then this is really positional play, and I think that he can also improve still in his chess. He's still
Hari
maybe-
Krishna?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
What's your impression of David Navarro? Of course.
It's very difficult. You know, I see him, of course, sometimes in Prague,
Yes.
and I think maybe he should work on his physical condition, because mostly in his tournament he get at the end of the tournament weaker.
He can be tired. Yeah.
He is tired,
Yeah.
I think. But otherwise, I think that he can still be, he's for all surprise. You know, he's good.
Yeah. He's such an inventive player.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have some moves.
Oh, he overlooked. Yeah, he overlooked. Static. What is the matter? Is that the position?
This is the position, and bishop d5. Bishop takes. Ooh. The pin. Pin and win.
And then win.
Pin
Yeah,
and
he
win.
overlooked.
Pin and win. So this.
Hari Krishna made immediately, you know, David is very good in some kind of tactics.
There we
But
are.
maybe it is interesting still. Look, he is taking king f3, knight takes d5, king e4, knight f6 check, of course.
Yeah.
But
let's see
then,
this.
but I'm not sure. What about b3, c4 quickly? I don't know.
Yeah, the king is a long way from. So
Is that?
Okay, check. Takes. Okay, it's a very long variation. I remember Larson always used to say, long variation, wrong variation.
Yeah.
But
That is a position, yeah.
no, it's
No,
not the position.
Just
This.
suggestion.
Let me see. This. That's the position. Okay, we need to recap. So after this, bishop h4. Bishop takes knight.
It happened.
Yeah.
I see.
And rook takes d1.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to take this in. So if queen takes, then we play bishop f2,
Yes.
I guess.
Oh, probably black is all right here.
Black is fine. Okay, and what happens if I play bishop takes here?
Then he takes with, well, he cannot take on c4. Well, there is something for black. Probably queen c6, queen h1. Look at this line. But maybe queen f3 is possible. No. Then you
Then rook
exchange
g1.
and, yeah, no.
Oh, no.
Queen f3, but you takes on f3 and b takes c4.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But after this check, it's I don't like it for white. Queen h1.
Yeah, well, something like this, so I don't know. One of these moves, it looks umständlich.
Our German is better and better.
Worse and worse. Problematic. Okay, so well, in that case, it's looking very comfortable for David, because after this is what's happened, and now Pentala has put the bishop on b3.
Well, he want to go to queen d5, and the position is probably keepable for black. He has a pawn, he's pawn up. So it means that f7 you can always somehow. But there is a check on a8, queen takes a6.
Well, let's see. So this is the game position, and just a reminder that David Navarro only needs a draw to win the final.
Yes.
So he's sitting very comfortably at the moment.
Yeah, he's really sitting very comfortable. There is no danger somehow.
Okay.
And when black queens will penetrate the white position, it's immediately here. Look, queen f2. So I think that really Hare Krishna overlooked this bishop takes h4. Very clever.
Okay, queen a7 is ultra solid, and I don't see that.
Queen f3, even e4. No.
Let's just check the clock times. You never know
No, yeah,
if
yes,
this
of
can.
course, yes.
Wait a second. Which board is it? Well, in fact, Hare Krishna has just under 5 minutes. David has just over 6 minutes, so there's not a problem with time either. Hare Krishna's taken on e5 here, queen f2, and now bishop g5. Well, with this queen right in the face of the king, it doesn't look as though white has much.
His threat is queen e3, and you will get this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's over. I wish you still some amusement.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Vlastimil. I think you want to go and see the final moments of the game.
It's just for, yes.
Yeah,
I
please.
just want to also to put some applaudissement for
David, yeah, of course. Listen, thank you for joining me.
Yeah. So.
It was a pleasure. We'll talk about Keres another time.
Yes,
I'd like
thank
to.
you.
Good.
Yes, thank you.
Well, that's the position on the board, and I think, Hare Krishna is struggling to find any way to actually find a way to make a fight of this game. I think we can see them there. This game has fizzled out completely. Obviously, if the queens are traded, then they're going to reach a draw straight away. And as white king is so open, it's very hard to avoid that. The natural move in this position would be to cover some squares, some light squares around the king, to play something like queen e4, but as I said, this would be game over straight away. And I mean, game over, a draw, of course, forcing the trade of queens. So I don't think there's anything too much going on. We can give a check at the other end of the board, but this would, of course, leave white's king wide open. And, well, is there more than a draw? Of course, black has a draw straight away, but the question is, can we actually get a checkmate? Probably not. I don't see it, unless I'm mistaken. I think this looks like a draw to me. Should be a draw. Unless I'm missing something. horrific. No, maybe we've got more than a draw, because that is checkmate. And if the king comes here, then that is checkmate. So this would be, well, a glorious way to finish, but completely unnecessary. So the game has gone queen b8 check. And then queen g3. Well, that's very creative from Hare Krishna. So what he wants to do is engineer an opposite colour bishop's endgame where black's king is somehow cut out of play. So, for example, I mean, this is not forced, but the idea is this. Well, this would be very obliging and completely unnecessary. Now you can see that the king is kind of trapped in a box there. Can still get out with h5, but, well, there are better ways of doing this. Actually, even this is possible, I have to say. This is possible. To play like this, takes here. Because this is dropping and black's king can always emerge from this position. So even playing like this is enough for a draw, but it's not necessary. Let's see what they've actually done. Well, in fact, he did go for this. But I think we're going to see a draw very quickly. c4. Okay, slight question mark. Do we take this and allow this? Probably not. I imagine we should take first and then capture here. Here, okay, a little bit of a question mark here, whether the king can rush over to support the pawn, but I would suggest that that is also a draw as well. I think that's on the board. Yeah, g6. I think this is by far the simplest way to do it, because the king is just too slow to help the a-pawn. And in the meantime, black can trade pawns off on the other side of the board. So I think we're meandering towards a draw in this game, which would mean that David Navarra will win the final, and yeah, well, very well deserved. The first game was superb. So the king, white king, drifts over. The a-pawn has been halted by the bishop. And this would be the only chance to try and win, support the a-pawn, but then black starts to create counterplay on the other side of the board and the king comes into the game. So it's a non-starter, I think. We can safely call this one a draw. Clock times, let's just check on that one. No real time pressure, 2.5 minutes for Hare Krishna, 4:50 for Navarra, and after h5, he's just starting the process of chopping off lots of pawns. This, well, if he wants to be clinical, he could play like this and then simply give up his bishop for this pawn, because the king just hides in the corner. But of course, that's the position on the board. He can, of course, recapture this way, but he can take on f5, and it's a theoretical draw. No, okay, he didn't need to. He's just creating counterplay. It's a stone-cold draw, and I can imagine we're, yeah, they're going to agree. They have agreed to draw already. So that is the final over. The final result. David Navarra is the winner by 1.5 to half, so he wins 2,000 Swiss francs for his trouble, and Hare Krishna, Pentala Hare Krishna, picks up 1,500 Swiss francs, which is still not bad. And this was actually a very nice prelude to the main event of the Biel Chess Festival, 50th Biel Chess Festival, which is the round-robin tournament, 10-player round-robin tournament that starts tomorrow, Monday, at 2 p.m., 1400 hours, Central European time. Very exciting lineup. These two players, Navarra and Hare Krishna, are playing. We have Etienne Bacrot from France, Ho Yifan from China, the world's #1 woman player, Rafael Vaganyan, Nico Georgiadis, and Noel Studer from Switzerland, two promising Swiss players. We have Ruslan Ponomarev, former FIDE champion, world champion, Peter Leko and Alexander Morozevich. So a very exciting lineup for the classical tournament, which will take place over the next 10 days here in Biel. It's also a very strong open tournament taking place too, with, let me see, Sam Shankland is one of the top players. We have Salem Saleh from the United Arab Emirates and a host of other grandmasters. Very strong tournament indeed. So I think we're going to wrap up our coverage. We can see the pairings on the board. Maybe we can see the pairings for tomorrow. There we are. First round pairings. I don't actually see those on my screen, but you can see them. So with that, I look forward to round one tomorrow. Hopefully you'll join us 1400 hours Central European time. Thanks for watching.